everyone. Zemer Lily's here. Zemer Allan's here, and Shmagegi is here. We're getting ready for Passover. Are you getting ready for Passover, Lily?
I am getting ready for Passover.
Why do you love Passover?
I love Passover because the story always reminds me how grateful I should be to have freedom, to be surrounded by my family, to be able to celebrate Jewish holidays together.
I love it too, and I especially like some of the special foods we get to eat on Passover. It's really a special time. We're going to talk through some of the things that go on the Seder plate today and things that you need for your Passover Seder, because I've forgotten some of these things. I know that Seder stands for order, so we do the things in a certain order, but I can't remember what's the Hebrew name for Passover. I forgot the Hebrew name for this holiday. Lily, do you remember?
You know, I think it starts with a P. Pesach?
Pesach. That's it. That's right. That's right.
I remember
Pesach.
hearing that word.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What does it sound like to you, Shmagegi?
Pesach. I don't know. I never really heard it a lot.
Well, let's talk about the things that we need for Passover.
Okay.
First thing that we need for Passover is this.
Oh.
Do you know what this is, Shmagegi?
Yes, it's flatbread. It's flatbread that Matt Zoe stepped on.
Matt Zoe? Who's
Yes.
Matt Zoe?
Matt Zoe's that guy I heard about. He ran around and he went on Ray House and he stepped on all the bread. It says right on the box, Matt Zoe.
Will you taste this bread, Shmagegi? How does it taste?
Like nothing. It tastes like nothing.
Lily, can you help us, Shmagegi? What is this called?
Well, matzah.
Oh, it's not Matt Zoe.
It's super flat.
Shmagegi.
Yeah, not matzo. Matzah is super flat, and it's flat because we needed to make our bread before we left for our journey out of Egypt, and it didn't have a chance to rise. So now we eat matzah on Passover.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu al achilat matzah.
Nice.
I noticed someone took a couple of bites.
Who but into this, Shmagegi? Oh, it's okay. We're all things are forgiven at Passover time. Let's see what else we need for our Seder plate. We need at the beginning of our Seder, we do something very special like most holidays. What do you think these are, Shmagegi?
I know what they are.
What are they?
Because they're candles, and Nana Lana says, "Stay away, stay away." Every time she lights them because she's afraid I might get my fur on fire.
Oh my goodness, that sounds pretty scary.
It is.
In a little bit, as you watch this, guys, you'll be able to see Lily say the blessing, the special blessing that we say during Pesach time as we light these candles. But it's good to have your candles with your adults whenever you are. Do you like candles, Shmagegi?
Well, no, never. Goodness sake.
So you'll be able to hear Lily say the blessing. Go ahead, Lily. Sorry, I interrupted you.
I was going to say, you want to make sure you have an adult before you light the candles, or have an adult light the candles for you. That's very
Absolutely. Always good.
Idea.
And it's just like Shabbat, where we light candles for Shabbat, we light candles for Passover too. It shows us that it's a special, special time of year.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel yom tov. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
Let's see, what else do we have here? This is filled with some red stuff. What do you want to take a sip?
No, thank you.
Why not?
Because I saw a dog do this and he couldn't walk straight afterwards.
Why not?
Oh, are you funny? Don't whine about it, Alan. Just show us the stuff.
What goes in here, Lily?
well. That's wine for you, for me, grape juice. And we drink that We have many cups of that on Pesach, on Passover.
How many cups do we drink?
How many cups do we drink? Shmigigi, do you know?
I don't
One,
know
two?
because I just have, I think it's 4.
That's right. It's 4 cups that we drink on Passover. And how do the adults act when they drink?
They laugh and they have a very good time.
They laugh and have a good time,
Yes,
for
they
sure.
do.
They have a good time if they drink grape juice
Yes,
too.
they do.
And you should drink whatever your adults help you to drink. And you don't have to drink the whole cup all at once.
No.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
It's good to be able to celebrate together and celebrate our freedom. So that's our wine. There's even more stuff that goes on
Oh,
our
my
Seder
goodness.
plate. Let's see what's next. What's next? Should we? Let's see. Oh, this is very good. If we were to mix this together, we got some nuts and some apple.
And the name of that sounds like a sneeze.
Charoset.
Roset.
That's right.
Every
Charoset.
time I say it anywhere else, they say, God bless you, but I'm not sneezing.
No, they say Gesundheit or God bless you for salud. Lily, do you ever make charoset?
I do. I love charoset. I put some pears and nuts and grape juice and apples in there. It's so much fun. It's my favorite thing on the Seder plate.
Nice. And do you remember what charoset is supposed to remind us of on the Seder plate?
Yeah, it's all the mortar and the brick that the Jews used when they were, slaves to Pharaoh.
Yeah, so it reminds us. It tastes good to remind us of our freedom from that time, but it can be sticky. Let me check out your
Oh,
paws.
don't be careful. Don't get me sticky.
I won't get you
I
sticky
get
with.
in a lot of trouble when I get sticky.
All right.
I need to get it back. I don't like bats.
Next thing we have for our Seder plate are greens and salt water. What do you think?
Well, I want you to know I went out in the yard to get the greens
Oh,
today.
Thank you very much.
Because I knew that Zemer Allan would need greens, and I went with my paws, and I shuffled in the grass and shuffled, and pretty soon a big clump of grass came out. So now we have greens, but I think I might be in just a little trouble with the hole in the ground.
Did you wash this after?
Why would I wash it?
Well, that's part of Passover is washing your hands and washing your paws and definitely washing
Well,
your food.
Well, I wasn't going to eat it.
Well, I washed it just in case.
Phew.
Lily, can you tell us what's this green stuff and the water too? What does this have to do with for Passover?
Well, the green stuff is called karpas in Hebrew. So that is a vegetable. I usually put parsley, and then there's a small bowl of salt water right next to it on the Seder plate.
But I think you should tell your dog, don't be fooled by the salt water. Sometimes us dogs think it's regular water, and I went to lap it up. Blech.
Absolutely. And if you've ever cried, McGee, have you ever cried?
I sort of go like this.
Yeah,
when I
sometimes
cry.
the tears are salty.
Yes.
Ooh, this
and
one is
so-
a good one. This one is a good one. Do you want a bite of this?
No, because sometimes somebody said bitter, and I thought they meant I bit somebody.
You bit her?
No, I
Oh,
didn't
no.
bite her.
Did
They
you bit
said-
him?
No, I bit no one. That
Oh,
was the problem.
bitter. Got it. Why do we have something that's bitter, Lily?
bitter. Well, when we were in slavery, it was very, very bitter for us. And we were very bitter leaving it because it was just so hard to go through. So that is our bitter herbs, our horseradish, our maror. And that's why that is on the
Yeah,
Seder.
that's right. And sometimes people make a sandwich
They do.
of matzah, bitter herbs,
And haroset.
and haroset.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al achilat maror.
You want to taste this?
No,
Shmigegi?
thank you.
Well, Shmigegi, she's a little bit young yet, so she doesn't have to eat the Hillel sandwich if she doesn't want to.
Phew.
But it's one of my favorite times of Passover for sure. We're gotten even more stuff for our Seder plate. Let's
Oh,
check
wow.
out this next thing. What is
Oh.
this?
Oh, you need to know.
What
I
happened,
had a lot
Shmigegi?
of trouble here. I
What's
heard
that?
get an egg. So there's a tree right outside my railing, and I tried to climb the tree because there was an egg in a nest there. And then Alana came out and said, "Spaghetti, stop it!" Well, I felt terrible. I didn't know what I did wrong. I was just getting an egg. So then she explained I wasn't supposed to take a bird's egg. That's new life. I was supposed to get an egg out of the refrigerator. Now that was hard in itself because I dropped it.
Well, this egg we might have to use for matzo ball soup or some other part
There
of
seems
our.
to be some shells
dinner.
in it. I'm not sure. What
Yeah,
we're gonna
it
do.
is. But don't worry, you don't have to be shellfish.
So I want to know, is that egg like that on the Seder plate?
Why is an egg on the Seder plate, Lily? What a confusing thing.
Egg represents spring. We're in spring, and so we have an egg on the Seder plate because of that. We don't want to drop it, but if we do, that's okay.
I wondered, Lily, when I was a little bit younger than you, one of the things that confused me about this was I realized there are Jews in South Africa and South America and Australia who celebrate Passover in the fall.
What?
Because down there it's fall. That'd be really interesting, wouldn't it, to celebrate Passover in the fall?
Yeah.
I get all confused because every day is a holiday in Jewish life.
Yeah, these candles are reclining a little bit too much for my taste, so I'm going to straighten them up. Okay, next we have a glass of water.
Woo!
It is very, very crystal clear water, as you can see. Want to take a sip?
Oh, that's good water.
Why would we have a glass of water on our Seder table, Lily?
Well, I think that the glass of water is for a special someone.
Who?
Who? Shmagigi, you can guess.
Well, let's see. The wine is for Elijah.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
It's the person who sang for us after we get our freedom. Who was that? Lily. If Lily was there, man, it would be.
You know, if I was there, that would be very cool. I'd have more stories to tell for all of you, but it is for Miriam.
Oh, yes.
Miriam.
Yes, I remember now.
She sang a song of freedom, and it was so exciting. She said, Mi chamocha, who is like you for saving us? And we were so excited. We danced around, and we played the tambourine. All right. We always have instruments here at Zemer Allan's Nana's house. Okay, we have more. We have even more. What is this orange doing on the Seder plate, Lily? This is an interesting one. This is something that we have added only in the last 40 or so years to our Seder plate.
And then people say, aren't you glad to see me?
Orange, you glad?
Well, an orange, it's very interesting because, you know, back in the old days, we didn't have an orange. You know, an orange is something that I had yesterday. Shmagigi, I don't know, maybe you had it this morning for breakfast.
Everyone's welcome at Passover, though. Everyone's welcome at
You know,
Passover.
we left the door open
For Elijah, who knows who came in?
Come
Sorry, Lily, you were saying about the orange.
Oh, well, you know, I was saying that we put the orange on the Seder plate. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. All right, our last thing that we are going to share for our Seder plate is a delicious bone.
Oh my goodness. Lily, I hope you never give your dog a bone like this.
You sure you don't want to taste?
No, this is the most pathetic bone I've ever seen. This looks like a fake bone.
This is actually called Pesach. This is called Pesach, the name of the holiday. Why do we have a bone on our Seder plate, Lily?
Well, we put a bone on the Seder plate because during the plagues, you know, well, Passover, we would have to take, you know, a shank bone and put blood on our doorstep so that that we would be passed over. You know, put the bone on your Seder plate, but don't make sure that your dogs don't get it. I don't want my dog to get on the Seder plate.
Yeah, I bet not. It could make them sick.
But maybe you could get them another bone that's good for them, do you think?
Yeah, I think I will.
That seems like a
I
nice
feel better.
gift.
Okay.
Thank you, Lily, so much for taking us through the symbols of Passover for our younger friends. I hope you have a very sweet and beautiful Passover.
I hope you do as well.
Pretty fast to you.
That's right, a sweet Passover. And check out our other videos that we have here at Judea Reform that Lily will be singing Dayenu. You'll hear Zemer Allan singing Ma Nishtana, the 4 questions. You'll see Jill Simon, our friend, doing Passover yoga. You can learn about strong women and how they saved the Israelites. Women tend to save the Israelites a lot.
I've
don't
noticed
they?
that.
Yeah.
In fact, I think if Miss
strong women.
Moses had gotten it, led them, they would have not spent 40 years in the desert. That's what I
Totally, if Mrs. Moses had been there, she would have asked for directions right away, don't you think?
Amen.
The book would have been a lot shorter. We would have all gotten out of shul sooner. All right, well, happy Passover, everyone. See y'all soon. Bye.